everybody. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe right here to get the latest from the show and check out more of the best clips from Up and Adams, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FanDuel. You're talking about how it's family. I had Warren Moon on the show on Friday at the Kentucky Derby, and we talked about how Cam Ward asked him for the number. Then, Warren goes and he unretires it. He gives it to him after thinking about it for a bit, but he had his reasons or whatever. Abdul Carter, he's having trouble finding a jersey number, Shawne. Phil Simms almost let him have 11, but Phil's family said no. Then, of course, he asked LT, which I'm sure you heard, for the 56. Was that crazy? Was that crazy to ask?
Yeah, that was a little bit, I wanted to curse. But that's the thing, and I'm not trying to say that Warren Moon is a staple of this game and what he did just for the black quarterbacks, just a lot of stuff in general, and who he was. When you talk about LT, you're talking about somebody who literally changed the way how offenses. The reason why the NFL and the way they block and schemes and how things are happening now, the game changed because of LT. Everything, and he's like this fictional folktale that just is like a superhero in many ways. So even me, I would have a problem. If I did, I would be very private about it, because I wouldn't even want it out there to think that I will go to the greatest player. I'm not saying the greatest defensive. I'm talking about the greatest player of all time, to be able to go to him and ask for him. So I admire Abdul's, confidence and what he brings to the table, but you're going to the reason why this position is even valuable to you. The reason why you went as high in the draft, because you went because of LT. All of this because I wore 56 because of LT. The reason why this game, the defensive players are even important as they are right now, is because of LT. So you got to realize what you're asking, and it's a big ask. That's not a shot at him. It's more of a shot at, man, you getting drafted in the top 5 as early as you did because of LT. That's the truth. And so when you go and do that kind of thing, you're asking for a whole lot.
I think you just really beautifully said it. Best player of all time. It says, and I like that you're giving Abdul Carter his credit for being confident, because it says a lot about Abdul Carter. And I don't think it's that he's ignorant or doesn't know. I think it's that he has the confidence that he wants to, I don't relate to that at all, Shawne. There's no world that I would want the smoke, the pressure that comes with, if he said yes, I'd be like, oh no, I would never want that put on me, because that is a world of hurt. Look, you are overselling. That's too much for me.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I wouldn't either, because if you go a game or two without a sack, which we all know that happens because sacks come in bunches, people are going to be booing. People are going to tell you to give the number up. And so I didn't really look at that as a shot at LT. I look at it as a shot, man. Do you really want to wake up every day of your life having to fill those shoes? Right? Because we all know that you're not going to go out there and have the best game ever, every single game. And so do you really want, as you said, do you want that smoke? And that's something that he would have to deal with.
I do like that's how he is. I would like to know, who is untouchable? What number? Because what I love is, I think what you love, and most people, there is a sanctity to this. There's a religion to this. There are numbers that are untouchable, because we don't want to see that number trotted out there by anyone, even if they are the next great thing. I would say, nobody can ask for Walter Payton's 34. We can't. That can't happen, right? We can't. So what are the other untouchable numbers in Shawne Merriman's opinion?
Ray Lewis, Tom Brady, Joe Montana,
Jerry?
Jerry Rice. I would say there's about total of 10 to 15 guys total.
Yeah.
That
you can't go ask for an 80 in the Bay. You cannot do that. You just cannot. I don't care who you are.
No. That's Junior Seau coming in. I don't care what I thought of myself. Did I want to be as great as Junior? Yes, but I wouldn't dare go ask for Junior Seau's number, because of not just what he was as a football player, but what he meant to San Diego. That's just, to me personally, right? That's even this constant confidence. That's insanity because of who he was. And so, even a comparison, okay, it was an article written in the Union Tribune after
Mhm.
my rookie year, going to the Pro Bowl, being defense rookie, they wrote an article in the Union Tribune of San Diego comparing me to Junior, basically handing off the torch. And I remember sitting in front of my locker shaking
Mm.
because I was like, man, this is the smoke that, this 10, 11 Pro Bowls, this is Mr. San Diego. This is the biggest name that's ever came through San Diego.
Mm.
And you're comparing me to him after one great year. I didn't even want that smoke. And I actually wanted to follow in those footsteps and surpass him. I wanted to be better than Junior. But I can't do that to what he did and what he built in that city. I just, as you said, I didn't want that. I didn't want that smoke.
Yeah, I don't. I would never want I want to make a name for. I'd want to quietly enter the league.